Hey guys, what's going on? This is Alex, and today I'm going to bring you guys the iPod Nano 7th generation unboxing. The 7th generation actually features a 2.5-inch multi-touch screen, which actually has a resolution of 240 by 432 with 202 ppi. This also comes standard with a 16 gigabytes of flash storage in an aluminum housing originally offered in 8 colors: dark gray, slate, silver, purple, pink, yellow, green, blue, and red. If we take a look, the starting price is $149. Now you cannot choose any different product, and the one I have here is the product red. On one side of the box it says iPad Nano. On the other side it says one that have the Apple logos. On the back it shows you some legal information. On the other side it says product special edition or iPod Nano if you got another color. Of course I chose the product red because I like to support foundations such as the AIDS Foundation. If you take a quick look here at the top, let's go ahead and unbox the packaging. All you do is just use Apple's safety packaging. Basically just lift up the tab in the bottom and the cover just comes right off. So let's go ahead and do that really quick. So once we have done that, the cover just pretty much pops right off the iPod itself. So there's no need to hassle in that. I'm just going to lift it to the side. I'm not going to tear it off because I do not want to ruin the packaging. So if we take a quick look inside the iPod, it is a really cool iPod. It weighs hardly anything, so it is a really light iPod. It can be very transportable, and it also comes with the lightning cable as well as the iPod earphones or the regular earpods. If we take a look here at the bottom, we have the lightning connector as well as a 3.5mm headset jack. We also have our radio antenna, which actually is used for radio. If you take a quick look here on the top, we have our home button, our sleep button, which basically is used to power on and off the device. If we go ahead and set that aside quickly and take a look at the contents inside of the box, we have designed by Apple in California, which will actually just show, so that is designed, and all the text is in red. In the product red edition, you will get a quick little thing. Basically all you do is just enter the code on the back to donate your purchase to the AIDS Foundation to support AIDS in Africa. That is, I will do that eventually. If we go here, we have our little informational packet, which will tell us some information about how to use this iPod Nano, and we have some really cool mini Apple stickers, which are actually surprised that they actually include them. If we take a look here, it's a quick start guide. It does feature some information about legal, our warranty, and our standard, basically some lots of stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and put this back really quickly just to put that aside for a second, so that way we can take a look at the contents inside of the box to show you guys what was included in this purchase. So if you take a quick look here inside the box, we have our Apple earphones or earpods. These do not have the microphone, and we have our 8-pin lightning connector, USB connector, so you will have to use a power brick if you're planning to charge this. We also have our, if you take a quick look here, we have our 8-pin connector. It is Apple branded and does have the chip inside, which will not allow you to use an aftermarket one. If you take a quick look at our earpods, they are wrapped in this kind of cheap foam or paper, cardboard, plastic. We can set those aside for a second, and then we have an empty box that just says designed by California. Let's go ahead and place the contents inside the box so we can take a closer look at the iPod itself. So if you take a quick look at our iPod, you'll notice that it is very small and has only a 2.5-inch color TFT display, having a resolution of 240 by 432 and 202 pixels per inch and 16 gigabytes of flash storage. This is the product red edition. So if you take a quick look here on the iPod, it just says iPod on the back. So I'm going to go try to find a way to get this thing out of its casing, because Apple always makes it super hard to get it removed out of this, and I do not want to break it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for you guys to go get it. So it turns out all you have to do is just pull on the bottom display. That's all you do. So all you do is just take ahead and just pull down on the bottom, and the iPod just pops right out. If we take a quick look inside the iPod itself, we're going to realize that it is super lightweight and feels like you're holding nothing in your hand. On the back it says iPod. You see our visible radio antenna that is white. It says product on the bottom because this is the product red edition. If you have any other color, it won't say the color, it'll just say iPod and nothing else under that. There's our radio antenna. On the bottom again, we have our 8-pin lightning connector, our 3.5mm headset jack. We also have on the screen, as again, 2.5-inch, we also have a weird looking home button. It's a circle instead of a square, and this does not feature the fingerprint sensor. If we take a quick look here at the top, we have our volume up, volume down controls, rockers for changing your volume. On the top here we have our sleep button, which is used to power on and off the device. So on the front again we have a 2.5-inch screen, which is touchscreen, and it does feature very well. This basically resembles a mini iPod Touch. The home button is of course a circle rather than a square with rounded corners. It does feature the multi-touch interference and runs iOS-inspired operating system, but it cannot run the iOS applications. So for the first time, all you do is just press your language and press on done, and you're done. You're ready to go. That's your your setup. You have one step. That's pretty much it. Otherwise it's very simple, but if you take a quick look here in settings, we go to general, about. I'm just going to show you guys quickly that this is the 0 songs 0 videos, but it is the 16GB model, and it's running 1.0.3 PC version. So it is it's much different firmware than what you would get on your iPhone and iPod Touch. So it is a little different, but basically I always think it resembles iOS 4 due to its sliders and all that stuff. So if we take a quick look here, when we go to our home button, it does take us right back, and we have our music application, which of course is used to listen to music. So let's go ahead and charge this thing. All you do to charge it is just take your lightning connector and just plug it into the wall or your computer. Just plug that in right there. Once that plugs in, that just snaps right in, fits very, very snug, makes it feel good in your hands. As you see, our battery is charging right there. And we also have here, if we take a quick look here, our music application, which will allow us to play music, of course, once we sync some of that music on there. We have our Nike Fit app, fitness application, which will allow us to monitor our fitness workouts on how we walk, run. You just tap one of those and set it up with your shoe, depending if you have Nike Plus. If we go to photos, we also have photos, which is you can sync your photos from your computer. Unfortunately, this does not have a camera, so you cannot use that. If we go to videos, you can also sync your videos on this, so that way you can share them with your friends and do all that. If you notice, I'm using the swipe back to swipe to right, which actually allows you to swipe and get back. If we have the radio, which again the radio antenna is used for, I showed you before in the video, that's what it's used for, the radio application, of course. We have the clock app, which actually features a stopwatch and a timer, and an alarm clock. So here's the stopwatch and our timer stopwatch. So that's actually very, very cool. You can use this in a timer. It does not have an alarm clock, unfortunately, because this is just too complex. It doesn't have speakers. If we go to general, we show you some brightness settings, wallpaper. We have a ton of stuff. We can go to music, shake to shuffle. As I told you, these sliders do resemble iOS 4, so that's what I think of it. If we go to video, you have the start playing, where left off, you can change that. If we go to radio, you have the radio regions and the live pause. If we go to photos, you have photos, which will basically allow the time per slide, so you can shuffle your photos and do all that. So this is actually very cool. You even have Bluetooth, so you can sync this with your car if you have it. I think of it as a very, very cool thing. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching this. Comment, rate, subscribe for my videos. If you guys like this, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Bye, guys. See you on my next one. Peace.